Yo! I'm here. How we doing? Alrighty. Um. No, I don't need to say. We're hunting EV. We've been hunting it for 6,000 encounters. Probably gonna get another 500 done. Simple as that. We're inching closer and closer to odds. And 3 streams after this one, we will pretty much be there. Because after this will be 6,500. 3 streams after this, 700, 7,500, and then 8,000, which is a little less than 200 off of odds. And if we need to go beyond that, I mean, shoot, we'll probably hit over odds then. But God willing, this is the stream. Maybe not. If not, could be tomorrow, could be the day after. With each day that passes, it gets more and more likely. So we're getting into relatively exciting territory with this hunt. But that's enough of me yapping. I need to get some resets out. So I'm gonna play my little YouTube video I have on the side. It's not too loud, so I hope it's not, cutting into the mic too much, if it is at all. I have my counter up already. And starting from 6,000 EV encounters, we go until the shiny pops up. Or until probably 6,500, I guess, is what my stopping point would be. And we're doing this. I'm so happy I didn't choose to deliberately do like a roaming legendary hunt for this. Like resetting for the Entei or the Raikou. Granted, I'm still going to check if they're shiny, because, I mean, naturally, I got the encounter for playing the story. So, and I didn't check them yet. They could be shiny. One of them could be. That would be easy teammate right there. And a very rare one at that. And one thing I will say is that if we do get the shiny early in this stream, or early in any stream for that matter, I will continue playing at the game. But be warned, since I am going for a friendship evolution, that I'm going to spend some time biking back and forth to get the friendship up. Which might take like upwards of 30 minutes, or maybe 45 at the most. Of just me biking back and forth with the EV in my party. I have decent feelings about this current session, though. 6,000 is, like, really starting to get into, like, serious numbers where, like, shiny has a solid chance at popping up at any one of these encounters. I mean, it always has the same chance, but given that we've tried 6,000 times, it gets more and more likely the more failures that happen. Well, not really. It doesn't literally get more likely the more failures that happen. We just, technically speaking, we kind of get closer, I guess, in a way. I don't know. Statistics is weird. What is up, Overlord? You missed the first 10 encounters. What are you doing? No, I'm kidding. Going to 6,500 at the very least tonight. Or until Eevee shines, and in that case, that would be nice, That would be quite ideal, actually. Yeah, with each, we're getting into pretty good numbers, you know. Can feel the EV on the horizon at this point. The shiny one on the shiny EV on the horizon, I should say. Bear in mind, if I'm still doing resets for this, I will be somewhat busy in like I think 2 days. It's like 2 days from now. I will be mildly busy. So, um, I'm not sure how that will impact my streaming time because I'm just going out to dinner for my brother's birthday. So, I doubt it will. I hope it shouldn't take place at the times I'm streaming, but I don't know. And even if it does, I could probably make it work. So it shouldn't impact anything, but if it does, that's if I only stream once or don't stream at all on that day, that's why. But I doubt I won't stream at all. He's old. He's gonna be old. He's in his 30s. My brothers are a lot older than me. Come on, man. I'm not even gonna read that out loud. That's so messed up. Fired 2 shots in one freaking chat. Come on, Evie. Aren't you bored? Aren't you bored, Evie? I'm bored. Wouldn't it be nice if this just all ended and you turned white? Wouldn't it be nice, Evie? I would like a shiny Eevee, please. One that's nice and sparkly. Squeaky clean. I don't know how else to communicate it. Just give me a shiny Eevee, man. We've been going for a minute. Nope, okay. Gotta love YouTube ads. Already almost a third of the way to, or actually, no, sorry, now a third of the way to our first 100 of the stream. I feel like that went by pretty quick. I think I say that every time. It always starts off feeling quick, and then it's, you know, then it's not quick. Toward the end of the last 50, it's like, it's pretty bad. GTA 6 might come out before bro completes the EV hunt. Well, would you be surprised if I told you that I'm still under odds? Shiny hunting is a long process. It has taken a while though, huh? I've already passed the point where I was about 50% likely to have seen the shiny up until that whatever encounter it was. It was like a few hundred encounters ago when I hit that point, so. At this point, I already kind of am more unlucky than I am lucky, but not really. But, you know, with each encounter that passes, the idea that I will go over odds definitely, very, starting to become much more of a possibility, for sure. Or somebody get a shiny Cresselia. It looks so good. It's a really good shiny. Alright, almost through our first 50. Once we're first 50 of the stream, I should say. I'm not sure if I specified that. What's good is that this hunt's building patience. Like, now I can consistently hunt for like 2.5, 3 hours. Which will come in so handy for the faster resets. When I finally get there. Because 2.5 hours on like a wild encounter type of thing could be like 1,000 in just one stream, let alone in a day. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, don't do that. That would have been catastrophic. Jesus Christ. To be fair, I think you need to do the whole up select B thing for it to actually work. I don't think it actually lets you save a game, but still. I have a little superstition about this next encounter. Alright, now. I was a little superstitious about that encounter. Because 60's been a really lucky number for me so far. And I figured that encounter 60-60 maybe could be the encounter, but clearly not. No, 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 no. Wait. Sorry, I just read your chat. I hate how they always give like some of like the I feel like some of the more boring legendaries like really good themes. Like the Reggie theme is so fire, but like the Reggies are just kind of eh. And then like they gave freaking Mesprit and Azelf like and Mesprit, Azelf, and Nuxie also a really good theme. And again, they're just kind of mid. Also, sorry, I'm looking for a new YouTube video. 1 second. Hold on, sorry, this is taking a moment. I need to make sure I find like the right video. Like I actually need to be entertained. It's a good video. It seems like a good video, but it's a little too short. Oh, whatever. We'll watch it. Alright, let's do it. Alright, let's pick this back up. After this ad plays, because, you know, fucking, it's not letting me skip it anyways. I might as well just continue. $60.65. Fun Pokemon fact. Protect has a 1 in 65,000 and like some other numbers chance of missing on the first turn. Or not working, I should say, on the first turn. At least this was true in the older gens. Oh yeah, 1 in 65,536. Sorry. Sorry. I think it's about that. Yeah, Protect can miss on the or not work on the very first turn. It's a very small chance. But it can happen. Maybe that's what I should hunt for next, is Protect missing on the first turn. Or not working. Yeah, in a tournament you're cooked, that would be catastrophic. I'm not sure if it's a I'm not sure if the Protect ever changed in the later games. But I know at least in like Gen 3 and before that was the case. Oh, that scared me because I saw this. I'm looking at. Sometimes I just look over at my stream layout to see if I get the shiny Eevee since it's right next to my YouTube video is. And I saw the star on the top right, and I got excited, and then I realized that was my fucking Bayleaf. Bayleaf, stay trolling. almost at 6,100. First 100 of the stream. It's not too bad. I'm gonna do 2 more. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. Alright. I'm not gonna look at this EV. Could be shiny. This will be EV number 6100. I'm gonna go take a quick bathroom break. I won't be too long. Alright, I'll put it up on screen. I'm not gonna look. I'll be back momentarily. Alrighty. Huh. I'm not looking. The EV is just normal, unfortunately. But at least we're 6,100 in now. Excuse moi. Alright. Let's continue. Oh, my YouTube video ended. God dang it. Alright. Hold on a moment. Skipping ads. Skipping ads. Let's get to it. Ooh, my video is really loud. Hold on. Sorry about that. Alrighty. If you can kind of hear my video cutting in, just let me know. I'm really just excited for when I get to Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh has always been one of my favorite legendaries. That's gonna be such a gratifying one to hunt. Like, even if that one goes over odds, so long as it's not by like a ridiculous amount, like I will be happy the whole way through hunting that. Because Ho-Oh is actually like such a goated Pokemon. I love Ho-Oh. And it's also one of the greatest shinies like ever. Actually, I wouldn't say one of the greatest. I think it is a little overrated. But it is still a really good shiny. Hmm. Come on, Bayleaf. Just like shininess can be contagious. Maybe just like pass some of your shininess onto that Eevee. Just share a little bit. Sharing is caring, Bayleaf. I'm already getting fatigued from this freaking hunt, and I crossed 100 not too long ago. I really gotta stop being so optimistic going into these. Like, it's just gonna fuck me over. I need to start coming in with no expectations, which is hard when the encounter number's getting higher, because that tells me that, you know, we're getting closer, but might just be best. Every time we get an encounter, I'm like always half expecting to see it, and it's just like I actually just gotta stop that. It's just such bad psychology. I feel like for a hunt as bad as this is shaping out to be. We're still under odds, but I have a feeling it's not going to be like that for long. All I want for Christmas is a shiny Eevee. Looks like we're probably gonna be getting an Espeon, I'm not gonna lie. Looks like Espeon is the one that's gonna end up being the one we get. I mean, we still got 2,000 more encounters, a little over 2,000 more encounters before that's the case, but Espeon seems like it's gonna be the one as of right now. If you told me to bet money that I would get a shiny Eevee in the next 2,000 encounters, I don't think I'd bet money on it. Not saying it won't happen, I'm not confident enough in that statement. Fucking Eevee, dude. I need this thing to cook up for me. We're going for a while, though. God willing, it'll happen, you know. Reasonably, you know, within the next few days, I hope. If it doesn't happen, you know, today or tomorrow or whatever. Got a little less than 350 before I'm gonna call it a stream. Oops. I don't need to name the Eevee yet. Not until it's shiny. I don't need to name it yet. Give me a shiny one, maybe I'll name it. Oh, skip an ad. There we go. Six 175. Sorry, I I kind of forgot I was streaming for a second. I just freaking like locked back in. The video I was watching was getting interesting. I was like fucking like I was zoned in like an iPad kid. It's crazy. I'm here now. Sorry. And the chat isn't really moving. I kind of just zone out. I don't say a whole lot. I don't really have a lot of things to say unless I'm really talking to people in the chat. We're almost at a almost exactly 2,000 away from odds. I remember when I was about like 5,000 away from odds. Now I'm, you know, only about 2,000 away from odds. It's we're getting up there. Happy about that at the very least. Oh, that's not correct. All right, and that's 6192. So yeah, we're exactly 2,000 away from odds. Now we're nearing on 6,200. Be a few hundred encounters away before I end stream. Alright. This will be 200 encounters in. Hold on 1 second. Oh, by the way, I think one thing worth mentioning, I was doing a little bit of math. At 6,144 encounters, we passed the 3/4 mark to odds as well. So yeah, 3/4 of the way there of theoretically getting the shiny. That doesn't mean we will. It just means theoretically we're 3/4 of the way there. Doesn't mean we're actually 3/4 of the way there. This could go. We might not even be halfway there in the grand scheme of things. We don't know yet. That's the scary thing about shiny hunting. You don't know how far you are from the shiny until, you know, you get it. It could be 1 encounter away, it could be 10,000 encounters away, and I wouldn't know. That would be such a cool teammate. Such a cool teammate to have on this fucking team. That being said, I think this EV has completely deterred me from ever doing another gift Pokemon hunt in the near future. Gift Pokemon shiny hunt. The encounters are just a little too long for a hunt like this. I think it's best to just stick to a wild encounter hunt. Because at least if we go over odd, we can get the encounters faster, which means we can get through them faster. But 2.5 hours for fucking 500 encounters is, you know, pretty good. You know, because, I mean, as good as speed up is going to get me, but it could be way better. I'm patient, but I'm not that patient. That's why I'm doing it on speed up. If I wasn't doing this on speed up, I'd be at like maybe 2,000 encounters by now, maybe like 1,500 or 1,700 encounters. Because these encounters would take 4 times longer otherwise. Which that was not something I was about to, you know, endure. Uh, 6217. I don't know why I said the numbers sometimes like I'm an automated voice messaging system. Like saying somebody's phone number. I don't know. You know, at this point, I don't really have much else to talk about. I might just have to zone out and unfortunately stay silent until I get people that join and then I can interact with them. But I'm sorry, this part, if anybody's watching this as a VOD, which I highly doubt, I'm sorry, it's probably going to get a little boring because I'll probably be staying silent a lot more. I'll occasionally call out numbers and maybe try to think of small topics, but until I get a couple more people in this chat, I don't really have much else to talk about at this moment, so I'm probably gonna be a little bit more silent. Just kind of locking on these encounters until until then. So, watching the VOD, I apologize. I'm gonna drink some water. Oh, excuse me. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Excuse me, I have a crazy ass yawn. Almost at the halfway point of this stream, by the way. Let me do that thing again where I guess natures. Maybe that could fill a little bit of the silence. Also keep me out because I'm getting a little tired. I'm gonna guess the next EV is gonna be Bolt. Damn it. I think the next EV will be Impish. Alright, how about Relaxed? Let's go with a Relaxed EV for this next one. It's lax, not relaxed. Close though, it is a higher defense nature. Okay, let's go with Calm. Feeling calm. Calm nature. Okay, not quite. Let's go with Careful. It's naive. Let's go with Sassy. Go with the Sassy nature. And this is also 250 encounters into this stream. That's bold, by the way. Alright, let's go with let's go with Naughty. Jolly thing. Okay, let's go with Mild. Feeling a mild EV. Close, modest. Close. Let's go with Bashful. Timid, damn. Let's go with Quirky. Party. Close. I guess the neutral nature. It wasn't neutral enough. It wasn't the right neutral nature. Let's guess Lonely. Modest. Mild. Alright, let's do a hasty for this next one. We're gonna get it eventually. I failed earlier. But I've been failing enough. I need to get one right. Okay, not there yet. Let's go with Modest. I didn't even guess that one. I just like forgot. Alright, let's go with Hasty. Okay, Gentle, not quite. Let's go with Docile. Okay, not quite. We'll go with Naive. Let's go with the Naive one. Impish. Alright, we're at 62 though. Alright, let's go with Careful. Oh, that's not right. It's Jolly. It was at least lower special attack, so I was kind of right in that respect. Let's go with Sassy. Quiet. Alright, Lonely. Let's go with Lonely again. Brave. Dang it, Brave would have been like maybe my second guess. I was thinking between like attack natures. Oh, with Lonely, I should have gone with Brave. Alright, let's go with Docile. Oh, fuck. Okay. Let's go with Rash. Damn it! Oh, I guess Docile on the last one. See, this is keeping me entertained, surprisingly. I wonder if anybody's joined during that time and just thought I was a lunatic, because I can't actually see how many people are joining through OBS. Gentle. Okay, Hasty. Let's go. Excuse me, that was disgusting. Let's go with Impish. Relaxed. Alright, let's go with Rash again. Relaxed. Was that relaxed twice in a row? Oh wait, did I guess relaxed on the last one? I don't even remember. Something like that. Naughty. Lonely! Oh my god, I was gonna guess Lonely, but then I switched it up because I guessed Lonely the freaking last couple times. Rash. Come on, show me Rash. Relaxed every single time, dude. Show me Quirky. Freaking Lonely. Alright, show me a Sassy nature. That's bold. Let's go with bold. Actually, bold was the last one. It's not gonna be bold again. Go with adamant. Lonely. Close. Close to adamant. Alright, let's go timid. Careful. fucking sassy, dude. I keep getting so close, but so far with the fucking nature guesses. Hasty. Let's do hasty. Timid! Every single time, dude. I keep getting like the right general vicinity with the natures. Like it's always like a higher speed nature or like a lower special attack nature when I guess that way, but it's always one of the traits is wrong. Every single time. Adamant. Naughty. See? See? I'm an unlucky bastard. Docile. Hasty, okay.
Oh, hey, how you doing? Hi, my name's Doyle. This is my good friend Adam here. We're hoping to talk to Alex.
Lonely.
This is him. His name is Stanford.
Okay, not lonely. Let's go with calm. Nope. Okay. Alright, let's do modest. Okay, brave is like almost the opposite of modest. Let's go with bashful. Or hardy. We're gonna go with hardy. Okay, with sassy. Let's go. I've really been getting a lot of these wrong. I've been guessing for like 30, 40 attempts in a row now. Relaxed. Hasty. It's the exact opposite. Literally the exact opposite nature. Lonely. I'm too lonely. Oh, we got it, finally. Not the shiny, but we at least got the nature right. Something to be excited about. Alright, I'm gonna stop doing that now. I'm gonna stay quiet until either somebody says something in chat or if I miraculously think of something to talk about, but otherwise the stream is probably gonna be pretty quiet, and I apologize for that, but, you know. I can only think of so many things across, you know, almost like over a day's worth of streams to talk about. Days worth, like a day, like literally like a day's worth of hours of streams to talk about before, like I literally just run out of things. And just kind of, you know, gotta wait to conversate with people in my chat, which I don't get them a lot. Which granted, I mean, granted, I don't think many people watch these VODs anyway, so it probably isn't like affecting anybody, but yeah. Just feels like bad etiquette, I guess, but I don't really have too much of a choice. Almost at 6,300.
That looks like they're clearly were trying to do that. What do you at a pizza place? Okay. Because we saw that in your draft history. I saw, I think it was Jets or biochem stuff or GM. Never know. Is this something you did before? Just to be clear, this is a that's what it looks like. Okay. Usually, so someone's using
I can assure you I will have more things to talk about once I get to play through this game. Heartgold and Soul Silver are really good games. A lot of cool things happen in these games. Can't wait to experience them. All it takes is me getting this Eevee, and you know, I can play through a decent chunk of the game before my next couple hunts. Because after this Eevee, we're probably going to get most of the badges. Like, at least probably 6 of them. Potentially 7 before we do our next hunt. I don't know exactly when the earliest you can get Ho-Oh in this game is, but that'll either be our last hunt or our second to last hunt. Because obviously we're going to take the free Gyarados, which I've said a million times. That you get in this game, the free shiny Gyarados that you get in like Ridge. Which makes this run a little bit easier. Less than 200 encounters left before we call it for the night. Ugh. Bill is such an asshole. Be nice, Bill. Come on.
Not that we know, we kind of just came up. No, so it was just that number I showed you, that it was a Snapchat account, like Alexander or whatever. That's not your current Snapchat. You have Snapchat as well. He shows that you don't have that stuff now. It would really clear things up if you straight didn't have Snapchat anytime. Or if you did have it, we could verify that it's not the same user. Yeah. It is current. When you said it wasn't. Okay, so we're trying to get to the bottom of that. How recent is Snapchat screening now? Your past. You didn't say the screen.
Got about an hour left to stream, roughly, maybe slightly less. Yeah, we're right here. Yeah. That's her brother. He's kind of just watching us. So, kind of just making sure, because you were the neighbor we don't know, making sure we're like good and everything. Like, we didn't know how this was gonna go. We looked at the law. This is actually like if you were proven or listed as you for somehow, this would be like a couple felonies. Probably looked at here. There's like sending, I think it's sending lewd material is one felony that they use it for, and overall this is impossible. It's really scary. 175 left. I think it's more comforting in my head now, knowing that we are less than 2,000 away from hitting odds. But also, again, I think if we get to 8,000, it would be pretty unlikely that we would still go under odds. That means we'd have less than 200 encounters left to go under odds. And even by the time we hit encounter 8,000, if we hit encounter 8,000, you know, it's at that point it's like practically barely under odds. All it takes is one, please. Free me from this hunt. Free me, Bill. Frickin' talk to Bill simulator, dude. It's basically what I'm playing at this point. Just talk to Bill simulator. You know, some kid discovering a Pokemon game for the first time in 1995 when Pokemon Red came out probably would be thrilled to just doing this. You know, because they had nothing back then, so. I heard a story about some dude that got Pokemon Red for the first time when he was like a kid in like the 1990s. And he was just so thrilled with he didn't even realize that Pokemon Red had, you know, like a whole section outside of the first room that you spawn in. So he just spent like the first like few hours of his gameplay just walking around the room, and he was so entertained by just that. Not even, you know, the whole catching the Pokemon stuff. And ironically, shiny hunting for people with that level of patience, whew, be a breeze. I'm unfortunately not as patient, but I push myself because I stream these, and I've also done over 6,000 encounters at this point, so it's not like I'm going to give up now.
Don't talk to this. All right. Let's go to the next one.
Oh my god. So many EVs, dude. I have a friend that's been hunting Shiny Trico and Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire for a few years now, on and off, on a real cartridge. And like I said, pretty on and off. There was probably a couple of those years where he didn't even do hunts, but he started this hunt back in like 2021. And he's probably at about triple the odds on that now. This EV hunt is starting to give me a taste of what that's like. I say a taste because I'm not even at odds yet, but I'm at 6,000 or so encounters. He's probably at about 12,000-ish, maybe more, I'm not sure. I at least have the utility of being able to speed up the encounters, but yeah, he's gotten quite unlucky. Frankly, I hope I don't get as unlucky as him, to be honest. Okay, I need to find a different YouTube video. Alright. Got about 140 encounters left of this stream. A friend messaged me, give me like alright, we're good. Oh, that's not right. I was on the wrong encounter number. This video is fucking crazy. Starting to hit it like about the last quarter-ish of this stream. Oh man. You know, I mean, even though I don't like win hunts, you know, aren't sunshine and rainbows, and you know, don't go below odds like I'd hope. Or I mean, it still is below odds, but you know what I mean. Like when I don't get super lucky with the hunts, you know. Or at least like you know, the longer it goes, the bigger the reaction will be. The sweeter it'll feel. The better the clip will be when I post it as a YouTube short. Which I've done with the last 2 shinies I've gotten. Which I'm not sure. I don't think anybody's here right now, but if you haven't seen my content already, please check out my recent shorts where I found Shiny Chikorita and Shiny Zubat live, and I put them in short form so you don't have to, you know, go searching for them. Excuse me, dude, my burps have been so nasty. Freaking loud as hell. Hope the video I'm watching isn't cutting into the stream. It is. It's one of like those predator catching videos. Which low key, you know, at this time of night, kind of be hitting. So I don't want anything too vulgar cutting into the stream. Because obviously they're going to use, you know, pretty vulgar language to describe, you know, things that were being said. I don't think it is, though. I think it's quite enough. I'll check the stream back. And make sure. But anyways, sorry about that. I have 105 encounters left before I call it a stream. All right, 6399. All right, well, this will be 6400. It's also not the shiny. It's at the 6400 EV. No go. Here's the last 100 of the stream, I suppose. Yeah, my shinies are so cool. If only I had, you know, another cool one to join them. Only I had another cool shiny to join my already cool team of shinies. Isn't that right, Bill? Isn't that right, Bill? Bill was like, yeah, good luck with that. One of these days, Bill. Go give me it. Go give me the shiny Eevee I'm looking for, Bill. One of these days. I'm not sure it'll be this day. I mean, I only got 91 more encounters to find that out. Updating the counter. Alright, keep going. What's up, Alex? Caught me at the tail end of the stream here. I got 75 left before I call it. I did at 6,500. Visiting your friend Chris tomorrow, having pizza. That's awesome. Have fun. Sure, I'll be having more fun tomorrow night than I will be. I'm probably just gonna be doing this. Watching Ben 10 live action movie right now. Oh shoot. How is it? Yeah, I started at 6,000, and I'm going to 6,500. So we're almost at the end of the stream. Thank you for joining regardless, though. Didn't really have a whole lot to talk about. It's a little hard to make, conversation with yourself, I guess. I don't know. I try to talk even when nobody's here, just, in case people, because I leave these live streams up in case people watch the VODs I leave up. I doubt it, but, it's also just a good habit. Good streamer etiquette. But it's definitely been harder today. Six, 4, 3, 6. Getting to the tail end. Do I think it's gonna happen? No, I don't. I do not think I'm going to get the shiny. Not tonight. At this point, I'm pretty confident it's just gonna be over odds, because, I mean, yeah. That's what it's looking like right about now, is that it's, probably gonna go over odds. I mean, I still got 1,800 encounters to determine that, but considering how under odds my first two were, I feel like I was bound for a hunt like this, where it's gonna go over odds. Yeah. 6444. It's a somewhat cool number. So you know that I'm getting freaking tired of this hunt is when I'm starting to just freaking look at the numbers counting up and analyzing how cool they look. A little toddler. Tragic. last 50 of the stream. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Less than 40 away. Almost there. And I will probably be back tomorrow to do yet another 1,000 across 2 different streams. Hoping that maybe it'll show up under odds, but you know, if it doesn't show up tomorrow, if it doesn't show up the next day, then yeah, I mean, we definitely are over odds. Quite frankly, I have a really strong feeling we're gonna be over odds. What I fear is that once we get to over odds, we're gonna be in a really sort of ambiguous territory where it can go over odds by a couple hundred encounters, a couple thousand encounters. We could be here for 20,000 encounters. And if we're really unlucky, 30,000 or more. Which I don't think that will happen, but there is always the chance. And that really scares me, because 30,000 encounters is like, what, 5 times more encounters than I've already done, meaning that all the work I've done right now, I'd have to do it 4 more times. That's literally like a month worth of hunting, pretty much. It'd be like, I think, close to probably 100 hours just on one shiny, which at a certain point you gotta start to question if it's a waste of time. I mean, what do I know? At this point, it'd be more of a waste of time if I stopped than if I, you know, went on for longer and got the shiny, because I gotta get the payout now. But yeah. Getting to over odds is scary territory, because you don't know how long you're going to be there. Each encounter gets a little scarier than the last when you're there. I'm already kind of getting there, where each encounter feels just so much worse than the last, where it's like, fuck, like, further up I go, the more I have to question how much longer I'm going to have to go. And considering that my last 2 months are pretty good, you know, you're due for a pretty bad one at a certain point. And, I feel like this is it. I don't think Lady Luck. I think Lady Luck is taking a little bit of a slumber. But you know, it was bound to happen. I just kind of wish it didn't happen on the gift Pokemon, because these encounters take the longest. Like, if it happened on Ho-Oh, if it happened on like a wild Pokemon that I would have hunted, maybe fair enough. Like if this happened on Zubat, you know, it would have been annoying, but it, you know, at least I could have gone to over odds relatively quickly, given, you know, how wild encounters work and how fast you can get them. But considering that it's happening on the Eevee, or it seems like it's going to happen on the Eevee where I do go over odds, yeah, it's mildly unfortunate. I'm going to have to be here for so much longer, given how much longer these resets are. It's very unfortunate, you know, occasion for the luck to not be on my side. What am I going to do? I could test my luck and do a bunch of wild encounters, you know, getting rid of a bunch of potential, you know, that non-shiny generated Pokemon. Then I can come back to Eevee. You know, like I could do like 1,000 encounters on the grass, hoping that none of them will be shiny, you know, and then come back to Eevee. But A, it's not exactly how luck works, although statistically it kind of is, but not really. And B, also, again, the chance that I, you know, get a shiny in the grass and then I'm back to, you know, ground zero is, you know, that's not great. So, I gotta just tough this out. It's an unfortunate situation. 20 away, though, from 6,500. We've hit the last 10 of the stream. Let's just get through these. I usually like to do a cute little count up. Mentally, I'm quite low right now. Because I'm realizing that it's not just we're probably going to go over odds, it's like it's seeming pretty likely at this point, which obviously mentally it's not going to sit well. So, just breeze through these. Alright, last 4. Last 2. And for the final EV, let's see it. The very last EV of the stream. Not the shiny. Alright. I haven't got it yet. And I am getting to that point where I am starting to feel like we might not get it for a decent bit longer. I have a feeling that this is probably going to go over odds, and it might go over odds by a sizable chunk. Hopefully not double, but obviously that's a possibility, which obviously makes me a little nervous. Because, you know, getting to just me I haven't even gotten to odds yet, and it's going to take me another, you know, about 3 to 4 streams to get to odds. And I've been doing like about 1,000 a day. It's like 5 hours of hunting, so I think this is probably going to go over odds. Obviously, it makes me nervous. But sometimes that's just the way the hunt shapes out to be. And at this point, I gotta just commit to it. A little sad that it had to happen on this hunt because, you know, obviously this hunt costs a lot more time, which is annoying. But, you know, sometimes it's just the way the cookie crumbles, and I gotta deal with it. And, you know, I hope, you know, maybe we'll get it tomorrow. But if it doesn't show up tomorrow, probably won't show up the day after, I imagine. And yeah, from past odds and then on, it's, you know, really is just going to be ambiguous as to how long I'm going to have to wait before I, you know, finally can take my EV and go. But yeah. Anyways, that's all I've got. Maybe we'll luck out tomorrow. Not exactly sure yet. I'm not feeling confident, but, you know, only way to find out is by doing more resets tomorrow. So, yeah, that's all I've got. I'll catch y'all later.